All right, welcome to KCAD for Society of Spectacle. I'm here with the one and only curator, Michele Bosak. Michele, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Jonathan. How are you?
I'm great. I did forget to introduce myself. I'm artist Jonathan Brilliant. I'm here for Society of Spectacle. So this work back here is an installation called Minimalist Mania, and what it's based on is the show Primary Structures at the Jewish Museum in 1966. And what that exhibition was it was multiple artists who came to be known as minimalist. Whenever I saw that image, that documentation of this sort of work, to me it always looked like a game show set.
Well, Jonathan, another thing that you haven't mentioned is also, not only are you going to be a game show host in the galleries, but you're going to be taking your act to the streets with Man on the Street, where you will be interviewing people in the ArtPrize crowd, hoping to really engage them and get them excited about the power behind art and the discussions we can have.
When you said Society of the Spectacle, I was very excited because in graduate school, when things like Twitter and YouTube and Facebook were quite literally new, everyone was kind of glued to Guy Debord's Society of the Spectacle.
I mean, it's now 50 some years after the book was published, and it's just even more relevant than ever. Society of Spectacle, every experience that we have out in the world, whether we're looking at an advertisement or we're looking at our phone, everything is mediated through images.
Now tell us a little bit about Zayn Miller's work.
In the case of Zayn's piece, he'll have two 4-foot square cubes that are a double-sided mirror. So when you're enclosed in the box, all you see is your own image to infinity. So it's very insular, but when you're on the outside, you can look at the person looking at themselves within the box. So it's looking at both this public and private space, but being on the inside or the outside, it's very voyeuristic as well.
From the description, what excites me the most is that it will literally address that isolation that we experience. Rather than being inside the white cube of the gallery, we're all inside the glass panel of our phones, and so his thing puts us in a literal box.
And Lissa's piece has, a very dazzling, think of walking into a beaded curtain, but in that case it's a hot pink thread. So there's 8 of those curtains, there's a projection onto it of what you think appears to be as a woman, and then the audio as it plays is actually a song where it's a male voice that's been slowed down, so it's playing with like the constructs of gender roles and how these repeated imagery, repeated sounds can also influence, again, our perceptions and ideals of people.
Now running down the hallway gallery, there'll be a series of crates. Now that's not a mistake. We didn't forget to unpack the art. What are we going to see inside those crates when we come into this gallery?
The work that we're hosting in the galleries consists of 16 wooden crates, each with a projection. Inside these open crates, you see a female form that is cramped. She's asking the viewer to think about the ways in which women are treated as commodities. Historically, women have been portrayed in the visual arts as objects, whether they are the object of a painting, they are the physical object of a sculpture. Our society tends to dehumanize the commercial relationship we have developed with art objects and the ways in which we've allowed ourselves to objectify humans.
In the gallery further in the back, when the viewers find there's a very contemplative piece.
Sure, that's Leandre Lesueur. So we have Leandre Lesueur and Lys Lafleur. Leandre Lesueur's videos focus on aspects that have directly affected her own life and personal views. In some of the videos, the main idea behind the project was to deconstruct facts that are presented in mainstream media coverage that center around recent incidents of police brutality. In an adjacent video, it was also important to Lesueur to document the experience that these specific memories have on women of color. In her video portraits, she captures the essence of these women, allowing them to be rediscovered through a more intimate gaze.
Now there's one more piece I haven't mentioned because I can't remember any of the names of that one.
That one's Johnna Corrado.
Okay.
And his actually has, I think, the piece that ties in most with Society of Spectacle. It's an augmented reality app. So not only are there going to be elements in the room that kind of give you snippets of the narrative, but the augmented reality app is something that needs to be explored and utilized outside of the gallery space. So it's an app that kind of overlays over Google Maps. So wherever you are in the city, if you have the app open, you're pointing it at a specific building, there'll be a bubble of information that pops up. Nobody is going to have or come to the narrative from the same perspective. Please join us at the Fed Galleries at Kendall College of Art and Design for our ArtPrize Nine exhibition titled Society of Spectacle. We always feature contemporary artists from around the globe and offer thought-provoking work that transcends the gallery and challenges conventional presentations of contemporary art. Remember, we're always free, open to the public, and here all year.